At the Fallen Peak, the second great clash between the Tianfu alliance and the Hun clan after the decisive battle was unbelievably explosive. Hun Miesheng was completely wiped out by Xiao Yan, Hun Feng was beaten until only a remnant soul remained, and Hun Tiandi had already gathered 7 pieces of the ancient Emperor Tuasha Jade, lacking only the final piece in Xiao Yan's possession. Because Xiao Yan was protected by the Gu clan, Lei clan, and Yan clan, 3 ancient clans, Hun Tiandi did not dare seize it by force. Instead, he kidnapped Xiao Yan's father, Xiao Zhan, and used him as leverage. To save his father, Xiao Yan resolutely agreed to the exchange. He led the experts of the Gu clan, Yan clan, and Lei clan, together with many Dou Sheng warriors from the Tianfu alliance, to gather in the Burial Sky mountain range and wait for the trade. Before long, black mist surged, a spatial passage appeared, and Hun Tiandi arrived in overwhelming fashion with Annihilates devouring flame, the 4 demon saints of the Hun clan, and many other Hun clan experts. Their entrance was dark, oppressive, and domineering. Lei Ying, the chief of the Lei clan, was furious. In front of everyone, he warned Hun Tiandi to release the hostage immediately, or the 3 clans would join forces and flatten the Hun clan. But Hun Tiandi did not care at all. He merely stared coldly at Xiao Yan and forced him to make a choice. When the black prison dragon holding Xiao Zhan appeared, Xiao Yan saw his father wrapped in iron chains, old, thin, and tortured beyond recognition. After being separated for decades, father and son were finally reunited, and the scene was heartbreaking. Xiao Yan was overwhelmed with grief and rage. At that moment, the soul aura inside Xiao Yan's body suddenly erupted. His strength soared, shocking the Hun clan members. Even Hun Tiandi became wary of him and regarded him as a serious threat. Xiao Zhan, knowing how terrifying the Hun clan was, anxiously urged Xiao Yan to leave. Xiao Yan suppressed his emotions and finalized the exchange with Hun Tiandi. One hand would give the jade, the other would release the hostage. In the end, Xiao Yan successfully rescued Xiao Zhan. After obtaining all the ancient jade pieces, Hun Tiandi's ambition burned fiercely. He wanted to open the ancient emperor's cave, seize the embryonic D pill inside, break through to the Dou D level, and rule the continent. Xiao Yan arranged for powerful experts to closely protect his father, while his own killing intent rose sharply. He ordered everyone to prepare for battle. If Hun Tiandi truly uncovered the secret to advancing to Dou D, then even their alliance would no longer be able to withstand a single blow from him. Gu Yuan and the others warned Hun Tiandi to hand over the ancient jade, otherwise their combined forces would destroy the Hun clan. Hun Tiandi only laughed with contempt. In his eyes, if they truly had such ability, why had things ended like this tonight? He also mocked Gu Yuan as a coward. When the Xiao clan had been destroyed by the Hun clan 1,000 years ago, Gu Yuan should have acted then. Now, the Gu clan no longer had the qualifications to contend with the Hun clan. Seeing that negotiation was useless, Gu Yuan moved first and clashed head-on with Hun Tiandi. Lei Ying and Yan Jin joined forces to launch a fierce attack against Annihilates devouring flame in the sky. While these peak experts fought fiercely, the allied army's warriors also engaged the many Hun clan members in brutal close combat. For a time, the entire mountain range trembled violently. As for Xiao Yan, any Hun clan Dou Zun who approached him was instantly blasted into powder. Even some low-star Dou Shengs either died or were badly wounded in his hands. Just as Xiao Yan crushed the head of a 4-star Dou Sheng Hun clan expert, a black chain shot viciously toward the back of his head. But before the attack could reach him, it was bounced back only a few inches away. Xiao Yan looked carefully and was shocked to recognize the attacker. It was none other than Hun Miesheng, the Hall Chief of the Hall of Souls, who had once been beaten by Xiao Yan until only a trace of soul power remained before escaping. It turned out that Annihilates devouring flame had used its origin flame to rebuild Hun Miesheng's body, raising his strength to the early stage of 7-star Dou Sheng. When enemies met, their hatred burned even hotter. Without a word, Hun Miesheng summoned a massive chain hundreds of feet long and whipped it fiercely toward Xiao Yan. But what he believed to be an overwhelmingly powerful strike did not even make Xiao Yan move. Xiao Yan only released a terrifying soul fluctuation, and the attack was easily shattered. Hun Miesheng was completely stunned. He had wanted to recover some dignity today, but he never imagined that Xiao Yan had become this absurdly powerful. The difference in strength was too great, and Hun Miesheng immediately turned to flee. But Xiao Yan would never allow this escaped fish to get away again. A wave of soul power instantly pierced through Hun Miesheng's body. From that moment on, the former Hall Chief of the Hall of Souls did not even leave behind a fragment of his soul. He was completely destroyed. After killing Hun Miesheng on the spot, Xiao Yan looked toward the chaotic battlefield in the sky. The terrifying power displayed by the Hun clan made his expression turn serious. Even though the alliance had gathered the three clans and the 𝐁𝐓𝐓𝐇 alliance, the battle was still locked in a stalemate. From the black mist covering the sky, more Hun clan experts continued to pour out. Although most of them were only low-star Dou Shengs or peak Dou Zuns, for some unknown reason, Xiao Yan sensed a faint danger hidden within. Xiao Yan swept his gaze across the battlefield and noticed a familiar figure not far away. It was Hun Feng, the most outstanding young genius of the Hun clan's younger generation. Xiao Yan thought that if he could capture Hun Feng, he might gain some leverage against the Hun clan. At the same time, Hun Feng, completely unaware of Xiao Yan's attention, was wantonly slaughtering some of the alliance experts. 4 Hun clan elders, each at the level of 4-star Dou Sheng, were guarding him. Just as Hun Feng was enjoying the killing, one elder grew worried because they were too close to the allied forces. If other experts rushed over, Hun Feng's life could be in danger. The elder suggested that Hun Feng quickly leave this dangerous place. Although Hun Feng was unhappy, he could not openly object. But just as they were about to retreat, Xiao Yan suddenly appeared above them. Xiao Yan said, "Young Master Hun Feng, after killing people, you intend to just walk away? Isn't that a little too carefree?" Hun Feng was startled and said, "Xiao Yan, you actually escaped Hun Miesheng's pursuit?" His words made Xiao Yan laugh. It seemed he had killed Hun Miesheng so quickly earlier that hardly anyone had noticed. The old men guarding Hun Feng saw Xiao Yan's meaningful expression, and their hearts sank. One Hun clan elder said, "Young Master Hun Feng, Xiao Yan's soul realm has already reached the D realm. His strength far exceeds his actual Dou Qi level. Hun Miesheng has probably already fallen into his hands." When Hun Feng heard this, disbelief filled his face. Back in the demon fire space, he had not feared Xiao Yan at all. But now, Xiao Yan's displayed strength had not only left him far behind, it had even surpassed some elders in the clan. Although Hun Feng felt unwilling, survival mattered most. The 4 elders protected him in the middle and immediately fled. Xiao Yan gave them no chance. With a flick of his finger, 4 flaming lotuses shot toward the Hun clan elders. They hurriedly condensed chains to defend themselves, but in the end, they were still blasted away while coughing blood. Under Xiao Yan's D-realm soul attack, they crashed heavily to the ground. Seeing 4 4-star Dou Sheng elders become so powerless before Xiao Yan, Hun Feng was completely terrified. Before he could continue running, Xiao Yan slapped him so hard that blood burst from his mouth and nose. Then Xiao Yan grabbed Hun Feng by the neck as easily as catching a chick. After all, Hun Feng was only at the late stage of 2-star Dou Sheng. Compared with Xiao Yan, who had reached the middle stage of 6-star Dou Sheng and possessed a D-realm soul, the gap between them was like heaven and earth. In panic, Hun Feng screamed desperately, "Ancestor, save me!" Hearing this, Xiao Yan quickly scanned the entire battlefield. Hun Tiandi, Annihilates Devouring Flame, and the 4 demon saints of the Hun clan were all being held back. So who was this ancestor Hun Feng spoke of? Just as Xiao Yan was confused, an aged figure suddenly shot out from the black mist in the sky and appeared not far from him. A terrifying aura no weaker than the black submerged King Gu Lai swept out. Xiao Yan's pupils narrowed slightly. Based on his judgment, this person's strength had actually reached the level of an 8-star Dou Sheng. The Hun clan was truly hiding such a powerful expert. The old man spoke first. "Young friend, how about you release this useless descendant of mine?" Xiao Yan asked, "Who are you?" The old man replied, "This old man is Hun Yuantian. I once lost to Xiao Xian in the past. I am nothing more than a useless old man." Xiao Yan said, "You don't look like a dead man." At this moment, Xiao Yan frowned. This old man's appearance was far too strange. He did not know how many more hidden experts like this the Hun clan still had. If several more appeared, the allied army might truly be unable to do anything to the Hun clan today. Hun Yuantian did not answer Xiao Yan's question. He only continued demanding that Xiao Yan return Hun Feng. But Xiao Yan hated these people to the bone. How could he release a tiger back to the mountain? He made a decisive move and crushed Hun Feng's neck, intending to erase his soul completely as well. However, Hun Feng preserved a trace of soul power through self-detonation, which quickly flew into Hun Yuantian's hand. The force of the explosion did not harm Xiao Yan at all. Everything happened too suddenly. Before Hun Yuantian could react, he could only watch as Hun Feng was reduced to a remnant soul right in front of him. A murderous roar immediately shook the entire mountain range. "Boy, today this old man will tear out your tendons and break your bones." Xiao Yan replied coldly, "Since you old thieves have lived as villains for so long, let me personally send you on your final journey." Hun Yuantian attacked immediately. Although his aura was powerful, it was still not stronger than Lei Ying or Yan Jin. Xiao Yan guessed that he was only around the early or middle stage of 8-star Dou Sheng. With his D-realm soul power, Xiao Yan could contend with an 8-star Dou Sheng, so he was not afraid in a real fight. Just as Xiao Yan expected, Hun Yuantian's attacks did not pose a real threat to him. When Xiao Yan prepared to use a destructive fire lotus to finish him, Hun Yuantian summoned a strange, deathly gate that directly swallowed the fire lotus. Xiao Yan was surprised. Hun Yuantian explained that this treasure was called the Gate of Deathly Silence. It had been created by a Dou Di and could devour all things in heaven and earth. Hun Yuantian had refined it for hundreds of years to give it its current power. The space inside the gate was filled with deathly energy, and even a 7-star Dou Sheng would be corroded after being sucked in. Then Hun Yuantian formed a seal, and the Gate of Deathly Silence shot out a beam of light that enveloped Xiao Yan and pulled him inside. But Hun Yuantian had not been happy for long when he realized that his connection with the gate had weakened. By the time he reacted and wanted to enter, he had already lost control of it. Xiao Yan walked out from the gate. It turned out that after entering, Xiao Yan had used his D-realm soul to sense a soul stone inside that carried Hun Yuantian's soul imprint. He erased that imprint and planted his own, thereby gaining control of the Gate of Deathly Silence. When Hun Yuantian saw that his Gate of Deathly Silence had been seized, his face turned green with rage. He raised his arm, and black energy frantically gathered in his palm as a foul stench spread rapidly. Xiao Yan's hand seals changed, and he unleashed the Yellow Spring Heaven Wrath. Under the support of his D-realm soul, its power became terrifying. The soul shockwave directly blasted Hun Yuantian away. Along the path of the attack, weaker Hun clan members even had their souls shattered. The situation suddenly changed. Black clouds churned in the sky, and 3 coffins appeared in 3 different directions. From within them came 3 auras even more terrifying than Hun Yuantian's. Inside the coffins were 3 living dead experts at the 8-star Dou Sheng level. Their seniority was even higher than Hun Tiandi's. The 3 figures summoned 3 gates of deathly silence and ordered Hun Yuantian to return his own gate so they could open the deathly silence realm formation. But when the other 3 learned that Hun Yuantian's gate had been taken by Xiao Yan, they were furious. Left with no choice, they forcibly activated the deathly silence realm using only 3 gates. In an instant, a dark world enveloped the entire mountain range. Deathly energy began corroding all living beings. Just as everyone fell into chaos, the Gate of Deathly Silence that Xiao Yan had seized appeared in the sky. With a flick of his finger, the gate flew out and hovered above the allied army, absorbing all the approaching deathly energy. Xiao Yan knew that because he had stolen one gate, the grand formation was incomplete. He immediately led the army toward the weakest part of the formation. The Hun clan experts noticed this, and the deathly energy filling the world transformed into a massive hand thousands of feet wide, slamming down toward the allied forces. Xiao Yan flashed into the sky, and little E appeared on his shoulder. Vast waves of purifying demonic lotus flames surged out, blocking the giant hand. Then Xiao Yan once again unleashed the Yellow Spring Heaven Wrath, scattering the deathly energy in the space ahead. Soon, a dim, invisible spatial barrier appeared not far in front of the allied army. Xiao Yan urgently ordered everyone to attack together and break through it. Under the fierce combined assault of several top experts, the spatial barrier exploded, and the deathly silence realm shattered. In the sky, the 3 old men turned pale, their eyes dark and gloomy. They understood that their plan to heavily injure the allied army had failed. Seeing the deathly silence realm broken, Hun Tiandi ordered the Hun clan to retreat first. After all, the 8 pieces of ancient jade had already been gathered. There was no reason to stay any longer. Under his command, Annihilates devouring flame transformed into a giant black hole, and all the Hun clan experts rushed toward it. Seeing that they wanted to escape, Xiao Yan ordered everyone to focus their attacks on the black hole. The allied experts unleashed their strongest attacks, and Annihilates devouring flame's furious curses rang out from within the black hole. Even it could not withstand such a terrifying barrage. Just as the attacks were about to strike the black hole, Hun Tiandi appeared in a flash. With both hands, he tore open a spatial crack 10,000 feet wide and swallowed all the attacks from Xiao Yan and the others. He declared that Xiao Yan and the alliance were merely lucky this time. Once he entered the ancient emperor's cave, the 3 clans and the Qianfu alliance would face complete destruction. After saying this, Hun Tiandi slowly retreated into the black hole, which quickly disappeared. Xiao Yan stared at the place where the black hole vanished, his fists clenched tightly. He had not expected that even with the 3 clans and the Qianfu alliance joining forces, they still could not stop the Hun clan. The strength of the enemy was truly terrifying.